my people, kuningi is a lot. Ha! I just want us to talk small, just small. Let's get straight into it. Two things, right? Number one, life is spiritual. Number two, revelation is progressive. Okay? Revelation is progressive. Hear me. I want us to look at, you are too oiled to have a Bazothini syndrome. You are too oiled to have a Bazothini syndrome. And here's the reason why I'm saying that. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 10, and I'm going to read it from three different versions, right? The first version I'm going to read it from is Amplified Classic Edition version. That is AMPC, right? It says, they are, I suppose, all these many to us unknown tongues in the world somewhere, and none is destitute of its own power of expression and meaning. They are, I suppose, all these many to us unknown tongues in the world somewhere, and none is destitute of its own power of expression and meaning. Complete Jewish Bible Version, that is CJB, it says, there are undoubtedly all kinds of sounds in the world, and none is altogether meaningless. All kinds of sounds. Common English Bible Version, CEB, it says, it will be as if you are speaking into the air. There are probably many language families in the world, and none of them are without meaning, right? I said life is spiritual. So what men thinketh, so is he, right? It's constantly what you are thinking about that manifests into the physical. So everything starts in the spirit realm, right? Amplified Classic Edition, it says, in the world somewhere. So there is a world that is not so physical. There is a world that is not physical. The Bible speaks of things that are seen, or things that are physical, being made out of that which is not physically seen, right? And when it says to us unknown, and it speaks of, in the other version speaks of kinds of sounds. I mean, let's look at dogs. Dogs, they bark, right? Dogs, they bark and they can wince and they are communicating. We do not understand. I'm pretty sure even in the wild, ants. Ants, when you look at ants, I mean, have you seen ants, following in a line, taking food, carrying food, going to drop the food somewhere, and all of that? There's a communication which we are not aware of. And I love it in the Complete Jewish Bible Version when it says there are undoubtedly all kinds of sounds, meaning that whatever sound I make, it has its meaning. Whatever sound I introduce, whatever sound I produce, it's got a meaning. And if it's got a meaning, that means it is interpreted somehow. It is interpreted somewhere. Once again, life is spiritual. So whatever I am saying right now, whoever or whatever is listening to it is interpreting it somehow. This is where I'm trying to get to. Imagine you coughing, right? Just a cough, or you clearing your throat, right? And there are spiritual entities, there are spirit entities around you, and they are interpreting your cough as a full-on sentence, as a full-on paragraph. It makes it so much worse when now you are speaking words and you are constantly complaining. And as you are complaining, whoever and whatever is listening around you is interpreting that complaint. And whatever is happening in the physical, whatever is being produced in the physical, But whatever is being produced in the physical, it started in the spirit. It started in the spiritual realm. Are you hearing me? So now imagine, right? You have a garden and you are not planting anything in that garden that is useful to you. It don't mean that that garden is never going to have something grow out of it. There's going to be weed growing out of it. There's going to be all this kind of stuff growing out of it, unless you are making sure that you take care of your garden, that you're cultivating your garden to make sure that what you want to grow in your garden, it must be that which grows in your garden. So now here you are, and you have your own life, you have your own path, and your own path has its own issues, right? It's got its own challenges, it's got its own highs and hills and valleys and all these kind of things. It's got robots and and as you're going on this journey, there's an okoro on your left, on the left lane of life, and this okoro is saying things to you or about you, and you decide, you know what, let me take off my eyes, from this path. Let me concentrate on the okoro. Okaya, there are things on your path which you must challenge. There are things on your path which you must overcome. And here you are now, you are going to bring out a sound to entertain an okoro. That sound which will then be interpreted as well in the spirit realm. And whatever is going to, whether it's going to be divinely interpreted or it's going to be what is that word? Oh goodness, what is that word? Demonically interpreted. You are adding things to your path which already has things. Do you get where I'm going? Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you are so much focused on what people are going to say, you are going to respond. And as you are responding, the sounds you are making will be interpreted in the spirit realm. And as that sound is being interpreted in the spirit realm, it will then manifest whatever it is that you have declared with your mouth. And then it's going to be added onto your path which already has things you must overcome. And now you have doubled your issues. Hear me. Now you have doubled your issues. I beg, my sister, my brother, look at your path. Okay? Look at your path and overcome the challenges in your path. Do not add unnecessary things. Do not add unnecessary things. Life is spiritual. Every sound you make has its meaning. Be careful. Kuningi, ai, is a lot.